Hello all, and today I wanted to talk about a little more of a serious or maybe less serious topic, depending on how you interpret it, right? Now, what I mean by this is, if you guys watch my channel, you know I am basically completely meta-based, right? I basically only talk about meta. I give advice to people who may need it or may want it, and I try my best to be as objective as possible when giving said advice, right? But even though my channel is basically completely revolved around meta and facts and, objective statements, whatever, trying to, reach a truth and give the best advice I can, I do feel like I sometimes forget to simply have fun. And I think a lot of people do this, not just me, right? It's very easy to get lost in the sauce when you're solely playing for meta. You really like seeing the big damage numbers. I like going for low cost zero cycles, all that, right? And forget that at the end of the day, this is a game. Now, I understand for many, including me, there is a, nice bit of personal enjoyment that you can get from, self-accomplishments such as zero cycles, but at the end of the day, you should realize that even just clearing endgame in general really doesn't matter, right? This doesn't only apply to HSR. This applies to all gacha games. I feel like it's a pretty big topic, a hot topic these days, whenever talking about HP inflation in these gachas, all that stuff, right? But I do think that this game, if we were to just, look at it from a casual's perspective, right? Someone who actually doesn't care about clearing endgame, they can use their version 1 units just fine to clear all story mode and use their characters, right? And if they really want to, they can vertically invest into the most recent supports to make even the oldest of DPSs possibly be able to zero cycle. However, I understand that's usually only what, more knowledgeable people do. People really vastly overestimate the casual player's knowledge on what they should do in this game and knowing kit synergies and meta, because I used to be this casual who didn't care about endgame. I'd only play the game once a few times, every week or even month, and I never bothered to learn how characters played or anything like that, because the truth is I was just playing the game because I enjoyed it, and I really liked the character designs that HSR do, right? And I resonate with that. I feel like sometimes I get lost in the sauce these days with how consistently I play gachas, but at the end of the day, we should all remember to just, realize that this is a video game at the end of the day, right? A video game where you're supposed to have fun. That's the entire point of games. Unless you're trying to go pro in like a multiplayer competitive game, there's no reason to really sweat it out like a lot of people do in this game against literal bots, right? HP sponges, right? You just press buttons and you try to clear as best as you can by manipulating AV, relic substats, and optimal play, right? But I just thought of this, right? A random, video kind of made from me, because I do feel like a lot of people, including me, we just very easily forget that these games aren't all about the meta, right? Now in HSR is for sure more meta-centric than some other gachas. I don't just say this because of the power creep. I say it because of the fact that it's turn-based, so it's a lot easier for people to, get sucked into the meta stuff, because bad relic quality, bad team synergies, that can really fuck up someone's ability to clear endgame content, right? And they might feel extremely weak watching other people who constantly make videos on meta content. However, at the end of the day, if you're having fun, it doesn't really matter, right? Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Just a quick video I wanted to make. I was literally half asleep when this idea popped into my head, so I turned my PC and decided to record this. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys experience the same thing. I see it quite often in my comments, in my opinion, letting people, let meta and power creep be the end all be all for them on a game. But did you truly enjoy the game if a little bit of HP inflation, a little bit of power creep, a little bit of FOMO is enough to get you to completely quit the game, because in reality, I feel like most gachas are like this. If you're going to constantly be quitting gachas over, slight reliances on characters, power creep, and HP inflation, you probably just aren't meant for gachas, as, maybe elitist that may sound, but it's simply the truth. And I realized this myself playing HSR. HSR has the worst power creep and the worst HP inflation of any of the gachas I currently play, yet it is the one I am most attached to, because it is very convenient for someone like me who is more busy. I can just do things on auto. That, and I also love the character designs, and I'm starting to appreciate the story in the game more and more lately, the less I kind of focus on like only meta, and the more I focus on the story and the other stuff the game has to offer. Love you all. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great night. Peace out.